Hello, welcome. Sorry I'm late, I had to, got some internet issues again, which I was having yesterday, but basically my internet's down, so I've had to switch to a different internet connection. Quality might be slightly worse than normal, but it's either this or I can't stream at all, so hopefully it's not too bad, but I got my 4080 Super. MSI Gaming X Slim, I think it's called. It's very similar to the Gaming X Trio, but it's pretty nice. So I'm gonna check that out in some Cyberpunk 4K. Lagging question mark? You're lagging? I'm lagging. It looks okay. It should, it'll hopefully be fairly stable. It just won't be probably as good quality as normal. But it's either that or it will be laggy. If I use my other internet connection, it'll be really laggy. I think they're like doing maintenance to it or something. P-Cores patch. Yeah, I didn't really have a chance to look at that much. Where is it? I did do the update. I don't think it's really probably going to make any difference at 4K, but I'll check it out. At first, obviously, we'll do the usual. Everything maxed out, see roughly how it is. I don't think it's going to be too different from a 4080, really. The only real positive is that it's actually cheap. Like, I was looking at 4080 prices earlier. This card's actually cheaper than 4080 by like quite a bit. You can get the cheapest Super I saw was 950. That's like 200 to 250 pound cheaper than some of the 4080s. I don't understand what's going on with the pricing there. Like, why would you buy a 4080? Like right now. So we've got DLSS quality, frame generation on, we'll check it out all that. Path tracing on. And got everything maxed out. Fox, hello, Andy, yo. Maybe your problem, oh, it's lagging. Maybe, it looks fine for me. I've got 0 dropped frames, it's not lagging for me. Unless it's YouTube. Potentially, but I don't know if anyone else has same issue. So, I think really this Super, just even from just look already, it's probably going to be more, kind of reminds me of the 4900K. Like, if you're in the market for an i9, the 4900K is obviously going to be an alright idea, but if you already had one, there's no point upgrading, if you see what I mean. It just makes more sense if you were buying something now as opposed to if you already own something. Almost kind of like the 7600 XT from AMD as well, the 16 gig model. It's kind of pointless upgrading to that because the performance is the same, but if you were buying one now, you'd obviously buy the 16, wouldn't you? You know? So you kind of see a lot of that recently with like from Intel, AMD and nvidia. Sorry, I'm just sorting the overlay out. Like, it doesn't make any sense to upgrade, but it makes more sense if you're buying fresh now. Trying to get memory junction, I've just messed it up, hang on. Clyde Boyo, Jeevan, hello. Sorry, it messed up my, I'm going to try and do a quick video at some point, maybe for the weekend, for Suicide Squad as well. Like, I've managed to kind of fix it. I basically have to disable ray tracing in the game files, and it seems to work okay. Why can't I get memory junction? What's going on? It messed up yesterday. There we go. There we go. Showing hello. Game's crashed. No. We had this loads last time, didn't we? Not good. What did we establish? That was frame generation, didn't we? I have to switch that off. I can't even boot the game now. This exact same thing happened last time. Let me downclock my CPU. Hang on. I thought maybe they'd have fixed this game with the update. I also did do my BIOS update on my CPU. That still hasn't fixed my Unreal Engine issues. Still get that out of memory error. So, rule out a BIOS issue. You've been hearing some issues with the new patch also. Yeah, no, I've had this issue with Cyberpunk forever. I don't know what it is. It doesn't matter what card I use, it just does that randomly for some reason. And then also, like when we were testing last time, switching the settings on and off and up and down and all of this, it crashes the game eventually as well. Kind of a pain.
Attention Doggtown. This is Spec.
Make sure to drop a like on the stream though, guys. Hopefully my internet connection hangs in there. It should hopefully boot me in now.
It's a dark day here in
So we'll see how it does. Gonna hopefully be a little bit nicer playing on this than it was the 4070 Ti Super. Like we're getting here, we've still got... I was hoping they were going to fix the ray reconstruction frame generation GPU usage, but it's still a problem. 82% GPU usage. It's a real pain. We could maybe just switch ray reconstruction off. There we go. So, obviously that's going to drop my FPS a little bit, but we've got 99% GPU usage. So, by the looks of this off the rip, yeah, pretty, very, very similar FPS to my 4080. I really think at this point the only real benefit, like I was saying, is the fact that this is like... I bought this for £250 cheaper than my 4080 was. That's like the only real benefit, is that it's cheaper. Like if you're in the market for it now, we're obviously going to get the Super. And you could even get it, like I was saying, as low as $950. So that's like, if I got the 950 model, that's like £350 cheaper than my 4080. When I bought it day one, which is quite a big difference. In terms of price, even if you got the same performance, that's like way cheaper. So you're gonna see we are hitting 60 a little bit, but yeah, again dips down to the 45. It looks very similar to my 4080, maybe like 1 or 2 FPS different. I do feel though like they definitely did something to this game where frame generation just feels way more latency than what it was before. I don't know what they've done. Like, I can feel the latency pretty badly. Did I get a Founders Edition? No. They sold out. Actually, quite a lot of models sold out. This model sold out as well. So, power consumption as well looks... that's not too bad. It's another 300. VRAM, just about under 16. Get into a little bit of a shootout. So obviously this is definitely more suitable for 4K than when we were playing with our 4070 Ti Super like that. Wasn't really cutting it. Doesn't feel too bad. The latency don't feel too bad.
Huh?
Can't hit my shots. Definitely not the best it could be though, shooting wise. You'd almost definitely want. Oh my god. Grenade? Get me out of here.
Suspect was last seen driving a vehicle, transmitting further details.
What settings am I doing right now? 4K. We've got 4K ray tracing overdrive, basically. So it's 4K DLSS quality. The only thing I switched off was ray reconstruction, because there's a bug in this game where if you have frame generation and ray reconstruction on, it dips your GPU usage to like 80%. Which I can switch that back on to show you, but we've got quality, frame generation, path tracing, and then everything maxed out. But I'll show you. So we had like 99% GPU usage. If I switch this back on, it'll drop down. Or maybe not.
Suspect's vehicle has been located.
It was doing that earlier, but it's been a kind of known bug in this game for a while. If you have both of those on, it seems to drop your GPU usage. It looks like it's alright now though. Maybe it's only specific areas. Getting obviously slightly better frames with ray reconstruction on. How do I do the sirens? I can't remember. How do I make the noise? Yeah, there you go. 92%, you see? Kind of been an issue for a while, though. I was hoping maybe they'd fixed it out in the update. And I didn't even look at the patch notes. So I don't know. You'll have to let me know what the difference is with this update. Doesn't look like anything major performance-wise. Oh. So yeah, slightly better frames with ray reconstruction. I think getting less dips into the 40s. Obviously, we know that does give you a little bit of a bump in FPS. Not anything crazy. It's like maximum between 5 and 10 FPS, like max. More average from what I've seen is more like under 5. Oh no. Dude, how am I going to get away? How do I get away? How is this on native settings? Oh, this would be terrible. I can check in a sec. It will not be good. Not at 4K. I mean, even my 4090 can't do this at native. Native 4K on my 4090 is about 20 to 30 FPS. So it's not going to be... Oh, it's going to be worse than that. I'm dead. There's no way. Career will definitely fail in less than 50 years. Why is that? Dude, what are you talking about? This is a gaming channel. Gaming and technology channel. So getting almost as high as 70 FPS here. .4K gaming's well the issue 4K gaming is here. The issue here is I've got path tracing on. So native with path tracing, then no, it's not. That's not there yet. Not native. But without path tracing, you could play a lot of games at 4K pretty easily. I would probably guess. Where would we be at 4K? I mean, I'll have a look at 4K native without path tracing. It'll obviously be a lot better. It'll probably be maybe in and around 60, maybe slightly under.
Fucking grip.
The only 4K GPUs are 4090. Well, like I was saying, it depends. Like if you're using path tracing, then yeah, but even it can't even do that. Like you can play lots of games at 4K though with stuff below 4090. You can do it with an XTX. Like those are 4K GPUs. There's no way those GPUs are not 4K when they're over like $1,000 brand new. Like there's no way I'm spending £1,150 on my XTX and not playing it at 4K.
Suspect has disappeared. All units on site continue searching the area.
Because I could just get an XT. It's pretty much the same performance. At least my one. My Red Devil almost does the same FPS as my reference. Can I lose them? 3 out of... What happens when you get 5-star? High refresh rate, 1440p. Yeah, I mean, of course you can get high frames, but I would argue, like, just get an XT, personally, in my opinion. Why spend that amount of money when you could get pretty much similar frame rate if you know, spending less. Like, if I was going to play 1440p, I wouldn't be buying a 4080 Super. You could save yourself a lot of money and get something else. ...360 40 FPS in Warzone. Do you even have a 300... What hertz is your monitor? If that's your sole purpose, then sure. Yeah, I mean, it'd be like telling a pro COD player to not get a 4090. Like, yeah, you know. I mean, I'm talking about just the regular gamer. ...240 hertz. Yeah, so it's going to make no difference if you're at 340. You could be at 500 FPS if you wanted, but if you've only got a 240 hertz monitor, it's not really going to make any difference. Could have saved yourself the money on an XTX, got an XT, and then bought a 360 hertz monitor. And you might be at like 300 FPS, you know? Ah. That's the strat. Then you'd be pushing out an extra 60 FPS and you'd be seeing it as well. I think I'm dead. Get me out of here. I'm hoping these guys just fight the police.
I'm going.
Do you think they'll just fight police? I'm thinking they might. We've got a cop car here. If they're gonna just fight the police, I can just sneak off.
Roger that, dispatch. This is 331 responding. It's my neighborhood.
Is there somewhere I can hide? There's just cops everywhere. Wait, I could hide in here.
All units in the area, order has been
Oh my god, I did it.
All units instructed to return to patrol.
That's actually worked. So yeah, obviously slightly better frames with reconstruction on. Let's check out maybe balance, DLSS balance, see if we can hold above 60 a little bit better.
Listen and observe.
But break 60 here, probably still going to get some dips down though. Maybe do a mission or something. What's the most popular AMD? Probably Sapphire, isn't it? They're normally the most expensive ones. But do you mean popular in terms of sales, or do you mean what's viewed as good? Because I would say they're probably viewed as like one of the best ones, but in terms of sales, I don't know, because it's normally more expensive, so that would probably mean the sales probably aren't the most, but in terms of sales, oh, I don't know. I don't even know where you'd find that information. What settings DLSS? I've got DLSS unbalanced at the moment. It seems to be holding 60 a little bit better. Oh, this is the last... You know what? I didn't want... let me load up a different save so we can do some missions, because that's the last mission. Where was I playing from last time? I forget. Just want to do maybe some of the side missions and stuff to just check the combat and that. Good things about Sapphire, yeah. I don't honestly know if you'd even be able to see a breakdown of specific sales of each vendor. I don't know how you would. I don't think that's even public information. Oh, it's still the same mission. What the hell? What was the save that I was going from last time? Was it just like something like this? MSI and ASUS. Yeah, but I don't even know if you... Like, is it public information to know specific sales breakdown? I'm not sure it is. I mean, you could assume, but to actually know specific sales, I'm not sure there's any way to know.
AV, hope it's not a bad time. Some news trickled down the Ripper grapevine. Thought it might
like, we could
interest
obviously
you.
assume something, yeah, like something like an Asus Tough is obviously very popular, but does it have the most sales? I don't know, because normally it's quite expensive, and that normally dictates the sales, really. Like, obviously the more expensive cards are probably not going to sell as much.
To you first, as well. I'm rooting for you, kid. I'd love to see you get ahead of the pack.
What is happening here? Vehicle combat.
Hot tip. Thanks, Vic. And how might one nab this Wonder update?
Around just about every Ripper.
Still holding, so with balance at least, you're gonna pretty much get in and around 60 roughly.
Oh, you can hook me up too.
Sure thing.
Try and do a side mission or something. Try and do something like that.
By any time.
Temps look pretty good on this as well. Pretty similar smell, but the rest of my 40 series. What's happening?
Can you hear me?
loud and clear, whoever you are.
This game definitely looks nicer at night time with the reflections.
I know who you are. I know your situation, your problem. And I can save your life.
All right, Songbird.
I've gone the wrong way.
Got my full attention.
Glad to hear that. You must have questions, and I'll answer them in due course, shortly. But first, I need you to get to that swollen appendix of Night City called Doggtown.
Fine. No clue what I'm stepping into, but...
Any ghosting? It's been okay. I've got ray reconstruction on, so that mostly fixes it.
As soon as you can. I'll make contact again then.
This is one elaborate
Do occasionally get a little bit, but
or a fucking lifeline.
a lot less noticeable. Where is it making me go? Where is it making me go? Go to the border. What? I want to do this mission. It's this guy, isn't it?
What is life without its body? What are the beings of the net if not souls from beyond our plane of existence?
Path tracing's on,
I
yeah.
have heard their voices. Let they who yet live never cross that threshold, for their souls will join those ghostly ranks.
Am I going to watch United game? Probably not.
Mark as you will, unbeliever.
I mean, United are going to lose, aren't they?
Who
Rude.
laughs last as you're engulfed in hell.
I did watch the Tottenham game, though.
Satan himself.
I watched that last night.
Laughs. See, now I'm skeptical.
Pretty,
I heard the runner who
pretty
wrote that
exciting
scene
game.
and gave him a weak sense of humor.
You ask, who opened these unholy gates of the abyss?
No one's asking.
And I answer you, the techno-necromancers of Alpha Centauri! I recognize.
How will it perform at 4K? Without path trace, I'll have a look in a sec.
Your eyes tell me that your mind.
I'm going to
has
just have a look in this
opened
market bit here, because that looks quite
Will
demanding.
you provide a humble
With these
donation
settings.
so that I may continue my mission?
I'll give him $1.
Humble. Sounds affordable. Just don't spend it on stupid shit.
Thank you. This has bought me a day or two.
So we'll probably lose a little bit of frames here. Looks really nice though. So if we go down to ultra performance, see what the most we can get is. Should be a lot nicer. FPS here. Have a quick drive around in the car on this and then we'll check native. That's that mission, isn't it? Do we want to do that? Probably not yet.
Eye to their existence. They have already known why they had to make a video.
Fox. That's a big jump. It is, yeah. Ultra performance is going to be a big jump. It's just going to lose quite a fair bit of image quality. It's not terrible, but it definitely muddies the image, especially if you've got path tracing on. And you'll see issues with like the fencing here. I don't know if I'll be able to show you. It's hard to see in the dark. Is the radio on? Vehicle radio. Disable copyrighted music. It's not that clear on that fencing. Why did I have car music when I got out the car? That don't make no sense. The radio is on when you walk now. Is that a feature or a bug? Which 4080 Super have I got? I've got an MSI Gaming X Slim. It's a nice card. I mean, it's pretty big difference between the size of this and the 4080. It's a lot smaller. How do I switch the radio off? Am I getting copyright claimed in this? Is this a bug? How do I get rid of that? I do not want that. I do not want the radio port volume. Oh. Who wants that on?
Yo, V, got this client, Larry Fangorn. Says his
What was I saying? Yeah, so like this slim model is like significantly smaller than my 4080. That's one surprise.
What can I say? Club industry's always been a meat grinder.
Wasn't expecting it to be so much smaller. Is it worth an upgrade from a 4080? No. If you've already got a 4080, there's no point. Just if you were in the market, if you were looking at nvidia cards of 4080 level, obviously you'd probably get the Super because it's, well, in England at least, it's cheaper. It's cheaper to get a Super than it is a 4080, so you'd obviously do that. But if you've already got a 4080, there's no point.
You don't got any hands to yourself.
We employ dancers here. No joy, girls.
Is this where I have to hand my guns over?
Not so fast, little man. No weapons allowed. We're running a civilized operation.
Alright, geese.
Excellent choice.
See? Wasn't so hard. Welcome to empathy.
Here we go. So, fairly decent frames with ultra performance. It's not really difficult to get high FPS with this. Brought the power down a little bit as well. Hasn't really changed VRAM, but I like these chairs.
Tell him if he takes us on board, we protect him like we're protected.
Oh. In English, please. Can't read whatever that is. Wait, what? Install the malware quick, before no one will see me.
Got you now. Tear him to pieces.
How do I get out? How do I get out? Where's the exit? Give me my guns back.
Welcome. Please go right ahead.
Mission completed. Did I get my guns?
You know, true.
I don't think I got my guns.
Don't make a complete fucking mess, but I didn't think I had to. Larry wants to get back into his biz, not blow it into low Earth orbit. Whatever. Closing the gig.
4080 Super overclock beat the 4080 FB. Oh, what's FB? FB. I don't know what FB is.
I got nothing with you.
I think it's not placed my weapons back, has it? No, it does this. What guns did I have? What else do you want? Light machine gun. And a shotgun. I had a shotgun, that one.
Somebody help me!
Second time today.
Go and check out another one. Let's... You want to see 4K native? It's going to be brutal. Might even crash, but we can check that out. And then we'll check it out with path tracing off. So we'll switch all that off, frame generation, everything off. This could crash, so... In fact, I might actually have to restart, I think. Yeah, it doesn't like it when I do this. I have to restart. Oh, I didn't save it. Expert card. I did look at that, and I was trying to get one, but the only place I saw them for sale was on Scan, and they didn't go. They went from pre-order to out of stock, so I'm assuming they sold out, or they took so many pre-orders that there weren't any, any available. So I thought the card looked cool, but it seemed a bit of a faff to get one. I couldn't get one, so.
Yeah, when the lights went out, there I was cooking dinner. Well, if we're getting specific, I was new.
So I think I might have to restart the game. No, I think that's it. So yeah, looking at 15 FPS. So what's happening?
Says his partner Adam elbowed him out of his biz. Club called them.
I'm like permanently crouched or something. What's going on? So yeah, obviously probably half the frames we would have on a 4090. We'd have about 25, 30 FPS on my 4090. So it has bridged that gap a little, but I think on the 4080 you'd be closer to 10 FPS doing this. I forget now, it's been a while. What was the price of the Expert? I don't know. It didn't go for sale, so it didn't say. It was the same as... Oh, did it say? I can't remember. It was similar price, I think. I don't think it was anything crazy, but I think on Scan they never displayed the price. I'm not sure. You might be able to look it up, but I don't know. I wouldn't have thought it's too crazy, because the Founders Edition is like the cheapest one. Founders Edition here is 950. So... And it's a very similar looking card to that. Obviously it's MSI, so it's going to be a bit more pricey, but I wouldn't have thought it's anything crazy. Maybe just over 1,000. So yeah, obviously this is native 4K with path tracing, pretty brutal. I can just about drive, but it's going to be no situation that you want to put on yourself. We'll have a look at this at 1440p a little bit later as well. See if it... So if I now switch path tracing, so we'll have just normal ray tracing on at native. Oh my god. It's given us about a 10 to 12 FPS increase. I'll tell you what, the reflections in the road look horrendous. So, we switch ray tracing off completely. That will then become playable. So yeah, looking at probably an average about 25, between that and 30-ish. Down to 22 here. Pretty much maxing the VRAM as well. Is path tracing viable with a 4090? What, at 4K native? Well, what's your... what's your determination of viable? I mean, it'd be about 25 to 30 FPS at 4K with path tracing. I personally would consider anything above 60 viable, but if you're trying to play it native, no. There's no GPU right now that'll do that native above 60. So yeah, looking like we're just hovering mostly around 25 with this. I'll check it. We'll switch ray tracing off completely. We are also running, so this is slightly higher than the ray tracing overdrive preset because we've got Psycho. The ray tracing overdrive preset is actually that. So we switch ray tracing off completely. Still can't quite get 60. Still a pretty heavy game to run. Where did I set my find the ring? What's my waypoint? So this really is only performing, it's yeah, minutely better than the 4080 really, FPS wise. I can't drive. I've got someone chasing me. I think I lost him. Bit harder to drive on the mouse and keyboard. So it's still very heavy. I'm going to just try and... can't save right now. Maybe try and give it a quick reboot just to make sure. But it doesn't let me save because I was in combat. Let me just exit out. 'Cause sometimes it bugs when I'm changing the settings so much. Why are there only 3 likes? What? Nah, I got 38. Almost at 50. Make sure to like the stream. I don't know where you're getting 3 likes. 10x that. You might have to refresh. It's probably YouTube.
Hey, everyone. Welcome to Info Flash. Say, did y'all lose power yesterday, too? Yeah, when the lights went out, there I was.
Try that again.
Oh, well, we're getting...
Fairly similar. I think maybe the reboot helped a little bit. Not really. I think it sometimes fixes... I'm getting this reflections. I don't know, you notice when I'm driving, you can see the reflections on the road kind of loading in. Sometimes just quickly rebooting it after I switch ray tracing on and off can kind of fix that, because I think doing it in game a lot and changing the settings kind of bugs this game out. So it looks a bit better now. I want that car. Give me that car. Give me that car. No, no, no. Oh my god, I want that car as well. It's mine.
No, please, no.
Stefano, hello, how's it going? Still looks nice though. I think even without ray tracing, this game looks pretty good still. I think the best bit on this game with ray tracing is when you're in the markets. It just feels really immersive. So like when you're in those markets walking around and stuff, just looking around. I always thought that looked really nice. Where the reflections, the lighting off of all the smoke and the different market stalls and stuff. Always thought it looked pretty good. Is this a new car that they just added? Oh, I've used this car before, haven't I? Wait, no, that's the same club. I ain't doing that. This is without ray tracing or 4K native, yeah. So even at 4K here with everything maxed out, we still need to, you know, we're gonna still need even something like DLSS. Might put us closer to 60 there. There we go. Quite a bit over 60. Lacoste, I mean, can we just keep this to like tech stuff? Are you alright? Translation in Korea is the worst because it is monopolized by one. I've got no idea. No idea. Let's keep this to gaming. Have I preferred performance cores? No. What setting's that on?
Got a client who needs to get a search.
Thoughts on this card worth it? I think it's only. I think if you already have a 4080, it's not worth it. It's a bit similar to my 4900K situation. If you already have a 3900K, it's not worth it. But if you're in the market for one, then you'd obviously get the Super over the 4080. I mean, you won't be able to get the 4080. Is it as of now brand new? They're obviously discontinuing it anyway, so you're getting the same performance, if not slightly better, for way cheaper. So you would obviously get the Super. There's no point getting the 4080.
Yes? Can I help you?
Hell. How rude.
What's happening in there?
Today, we say our good...
Fucking cut.
Jesus. Chill.
Some kind of mating ritual? Got something to say, then say it.
Who's chatting? Who's chatting at me?
Today...
Where have I got to go? I think I remember doing this one before. Is there like another entrance somewhere? Yeah, so where's this CPU cores thing? I don't think it's probably going to make any difference at 4K, but does anyone know where that setting is? I haven't seen it. What is it under? I think... Is it this? This is it, right? It would be interesting to try that out, actually, with frame generation and reconstruction on when we get the lower GPU usage. Maybe that fixes that. Sorry, I'm just checking to see what roughly the stats are looking like. Prioritize P cores. Game's got to be restarted. Are you having a laugh?
Proceeding to secure the area.
Need money? Sell a kit. Need a new kit? Install.
What have I got to do in here? Have I got to just smack this guy?
Time to fuck shit up!
Where's my shotgun? Wait, where's my shotgun? Why have I got a sniper rifle?
I'ma run your punk ass down.
So I'm noticing it has increased my CPU usage a little bit.
Better stop praying.
How much future proof will this card give you? What, 4K? It depends if you're referring to the usage of DLSS and frame generation or not. If you're referring to native 4K, it's also going to depend on if you're using ray tracing and stuff. Because if you're using ray tracing at 4K natively, it can't really even do that now. So the longevity for that is, you know, is 0. Damn, what happened in there? So I think I need to restart the game quick to see this. I don't really think this I don't think this CPU prioritizing equals thing is really doing anything. I don't think it's going to do much at 4K. My frame rate looks the same. CPU usage has gone up by like 2 or 3%. Probably you'll see maybe more of a difference at the lower reses, but is that supposed to fix an issue or something? Like, why did they add that? Is it supposed to fix a particular issue? With frame generation on now? Because I don't see, yeah, unless that's supposed to fix some specific issue, I'm not sure. Did they have an issue with equals in the game? I will actually try. I'll try it with reconstruction and frame generation together to see if my GPU usage is fixed, but I do feel the latency here. Am I still using an 8K monitor? I'm not using an 8K monitor right now, no. Do I still have it? Yeah. I still have my 8K monitor, but I'm on a 4K monitor right now.
You're an angel sent from heaven, V. The demon-possessed shard's on its way to the client, just like your money's on its way to you. Closing the contract.
What's going on in here? I want to get involved. That's how you deal with that situation. That reminds me, actually, hang on.
Average temperatures this month in Night City have remained within human safety levels.
I could just go around the Intel thread door. Yeah, I don't think it's really. That's why I was just wondering though. Is that have they added that to solve a specific issue, or you know, like if there was maybe some sort of issue there? It seems odd they would just add that out of the blue, unless they thought there'd be some significant improvement to something. If you know what I mean. You have a 4080. I know the answer probably seems obvious, but I shouldn't get the super version. No, there's no. If you've already got a 4080, there's really not much point in upgrading. You're not going to see that much benefit from doing that. Only real benefit is the super's cheaper. That's pretty much it. But if you've already got 4080, there's no point.
Cocksucking suits.
How many shotguns to the face? Space KGB, hello. So I think what I'm going to do, let me just switch back to 4K with everything maxed out. I want to see if that prioritization of the E-cores fixes that ray reconstruction frame generation thing when we had path tracing and stuff on. So we switch that back on. That's the settings we had, isn't it? Path tracing, frame generation, ray reconstruction, quality. Now, we've got 99% here. Let's have a little drive around. 97%. 94%. Does it dip down as badly though? Because we were getting 80% before. 93%. Stayed in the 90s. 90%. I didn't restart the game, no. Let me do that. Give me a sec, I'll reboot it. I saw it increased CPU usage a little bit though, so I assume it was already doing something. Makes me nervous after the XTX yesterday. Every time I restart a game after changing the settings now, I'm worried it's never going to reboot. How can you afford to borrow the graphics cards? I work and save the money. Does nvidia send me the cards? No. Space KGB, yo! You're not going to be able to see the game because MSI is captured. Hang on. Let me reboot it again quick. Radiant stress syndrome. No, I think I fixed it. I might try and do a video for the weekend maybe, but it's just ray tracing. We know there's a bug with Suicide Squad and AMD drivers. I did get the preview drivers that supposedly fixed it, but basically it bricked the game when I tried to switch ray tracing off. I had to go into the game files and basically switch off in there, and then it seemed to work. But at that point, I was over it. I figured that out late last night, and I was like, well, I don't care. It's only taken me 4 hours to figure it out. Right. So we've got prioritized P cores, DLSS quality, path tracing, ray reconstruction. We've got all that. There's a setting, screen space reflections from Ultra to Psycho. Yeah, I'm using Ultra at the moment because the ray tracing Overdrive preset is Ultra for that setting. Doesn't make a difference though in terms of FPS really. So I've reset the game. Looks very similar to me though. I have a little drive around, see this GPU usage. It looks a little bit better to me. It looks like... what have I done? Oh, look at that. I never even knew you could go into this mode. How do I... Oh, that looks sick. The frame time, though. How do I get behind the car? How do I change the... Oh, yes. It's crashed. Has it crashed? Why is the frame rate so bad? I've never seen this before. Oh, that looks sick. How do I not have it so blurry? Depth of field. I mean, it does kind of look cool, but... Aperture. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Am I multi-streaming? What, to like... Where else? Twitch or something? No, I'm not. If only this was my Bugatti. It kind of looks cool from the front. It just keeps freezing on me, though. Is this what they meant when it said... Oh, dear. Is this what they meant where they had... Oh, my God. We didn't even have that switched on. Why is it so... Like... I've crashed the game. Oh, wait. Wait. Why is it so... This might crash the game. This might be stupid. Why is it so stuttering stuff in that camera mode? I've crashed the game. Oh my god, it's not liking this. I need to switch this off as soon as possible. Is it going to break my game? Probably. I'm curious though. Oh, that looks sick. It's frozen again. Oh yeah, look at that. What are we saying? It freezes every 2 seconds though. Depth of field. Don't make that the P-cores thing. It seems to just be this photo mode thing though. What else have we got? Stickers. What does that do? Wait, what? Nah, get rid of that. How do I get rid of that? Delete. It's frozen. Delete. How do I get rid of that? Oh, dude, this is... I don't know how my game's not crashed. Sorry, I just want to see the other effects. What are the other effects? Oh. I don't know, that's cool. I never even knew that was a thing. Maybe this P-cores thing has just completely destroyed my game. How has this not fully crashed? I do not know. What has happened? Let me load back in. It wasn't doing that. It wasn't doing that until I went into the photo mode. It was fine before that. The photo mode, yeah. It was fine. It was fine. Before, I went into the photo mode and then I'm getting 20 FPS and it's freezing every like 5 seconds.
Hey everyone, welcome to Info Flash. Say, did y'all lose power yesterday too?
Any idea why there's no 4090 Ti? Probably just because they're saving it probably for like a absolute beefy 5090. Yeah, I don't know what's happened here. I'm gonna have to restart the game. Do I restart the game or do I just try and switch that thing off? Hang on. Let's see if it is that. It is that. It's the P-Cores thing. Is it? It's still doing it. It's still doing it. I'm gonna have to restart the game. Get that P-Cores. Get rid of the P-Cores. Give me the F-Cores. The photo mode, I don't know, maybe it was the photo mode. It's either that or it's the P-Core thing. Prioritizing P-Cores. I mean, I'm not noticing any difference with that on, so it's kind of pointless. Only thing I noticed, it didn't seem to drop GPU usage quite as badly when we've got ray reconstruction and frame generation on, but it's still bugged though.
Hey everyone, welcome to Info Flash. Say, did y'all lose power yesterday too? Yeah, when the lights went out, there I was cooking dinner. Oh well, if we're
This is 14th gen, yeah. Tony Squigno.
Hey, watch it.
Right, we'll do photo mode again. It hammers my FPS, but it's fine. Look. So it's lower FPS in photo mode, but it's not doing that thing again. It's got to be the P-Core thing. Unless, I don't know. Thing is, in this game, it's honestly sometimes hard to tell actually what the problem is. There's like so many random things. But it seems fine now. So it could have either been the restart or the P-Cores. It's one of those. Probably the P-Cores, assuming as that's the only thing I changed. I'm gonna do this mission and then maybe we can check 1440p as well. Where is he?
When using data terms. A routine inspection has shown many have been corrupted with malware. Police experts have confirmed the identified virus can lead to cyberware failure and, in extreme cases, even death. In response to increased gang activity.
I do not understand. Does Arasaka not have enough?
He's got the gift of the gab. Can't be denied. But I need to steal your buddy for a sec.
What are you?
What are my thoughts on the 4080 Super so far? It's okay. Yeah, it's very, very similar performance to the 4080. I was saying earlier, it only really makes sense to get the Super if you don't already own. Like, if you're in the market to buy a 4080 level nvidia card, you're just going to get the Super because it's cheaper. If you see what I mean. If the 4080 and the 40 Super are the same, but the Super's £200 to £300 cheaper, you're obviously going to get that. It doesn't make sense to buy the 4080. But if you already own a 4080, there's no point upgrading.
Look to the sky. The dash flows will pass precisely this way. If I could just get onto Hanako-sama's float, I could stay with her in private.
Get there how?
Why jump? Of course.
4080 Ti Super? No. That's not a thing.
And how you aim to manage that?
While you are occupied with your shady dealings, I learned more about the floats. They are all kept in one place. Arasaka Industrial.
And let the Hammers beat West Ham?
It is there that they prepare
Wait, what?
them.
The Hammers are West Ham.
Into the compound, find the right float and inject a virus into its system. You will then be able to disable any security before I sneak inside.
What exactly do you guys turn off? P or equals? What do you mean?
Right. Then what?
I have an infected shard. It was not cheap.
I've probably missed half the conversation. You mean in this game, it just prioritizes P cores. That's the setting.
Let us move on.
Like, for example, Star Citizen. It runs terribly unless you disable equals. The game basically can't handle them. So if it tries to run on them, it's just like a starter fest.
The snipers especially. I will be an easy target. But I may have an answer. Okada-san mentioned the city cameras. If we gain access to them, we will see exactly where the snipers are. You can deal with them as I advance.
Sounds like a plan.
4080 Super Expert. Yeah, that did look cool, that one.
The risks are considerable.
Yeah, well,
thermals are not that great. Probably not, because there's only like there's one fan on the bottom, isn't there? Kind of similar to Founders Editions. I think the 40 series Founders Editions have better thermals, but my 30 series Founders Editions, like thermals were quite bad.
Uh-huh. And in the meantime, you'll do what? Crack open a can of suds?
I will not touch alcohol.
So I don't know about on that one, but like I've got 3 fans on this one. It's obviously going to be cooler.
Now, get to it.
What is this joke? You have a 3070 Ti, same settings, and you have 100 FPS. There is no way you're getting 100 FPS on a 3070 Ti at 4K path tracing. That's just not happening. I don't know what mushrooms you've been eating, but that's not happening. You're 100% not using the same settings as me. If you're getting 100 FPS, you're outperforming a 4090. I mean, it's not happening. Absolute liar. Lying through his teeth. What we got here? What have I got to pick up? We've got to install the software.
Fucking worked.
Oh yeah, for sure. If you want to use path tracing, 1440p is definitely going to be bad. We'll have a look at 1440p in a sec. I wanted to see a little bit of this at 4K though. Looks pretty nice.
Done. System's ours.
The shard works. Good. The easy work we have done. To break into Arasaka Industrial Park will not be such a bed of roses. But before
100 FPS in path tracing. Yeah, I mean, that has to be the most delusional statement I've heard in like 6 months. 100 FPS at 4K path tracing on a 3070 Ti. It's just... It's absolutely... I'm using 14 gigs of VRAM here.
Surviving security personnel.
You're tripping. Absolutely tripping.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but this Sokka scum might actually prove useful. He's a well-trained dog. Needs orders, that's all.
You're probably on ultra performance at 720p.
Bridge we might cross, but only might. We'll see.
Glad we're on the same page. You never know what a dog's thinking. Might be the same thing.
What is this?
Zeno, yo. 120 FPS, 1440p, nice. What, on the 48 Super?
Okay, I have laid the plan. 1. We break into Arasaka Industrial Park. 1.5.
7800X 3D or 14700? If you're just gaming, what are you just gaming or are you doing anything else? If you're just gaming, I'd probably get the 7800X 3D.
I get onto the float. 4. I convince Hanako-sama of the truth.
Is this the Founders Edition? No.
Well, sounds like a suicide run, but done dumber shit than this, so...
Things even more stupid than stealing from Arasaka.
None dumber yet, no.
4070. Oh, okay. Who's saying 100 FPS at 4070? No, he's saying 100 FPS on a 3070 Ti at 4K, apparently. There's just no way.
What stranger in a strange land?
There's no way. This is absolutely not a chance.
True. And you with your hands.
I can't even break 60 FPS at 1440p on that GPU.
This we will do together.
You're probably getting 1 FPS at 4K path tracing. No, not 100.
That is why I have decided to double the amount of our active Night City security forces. President Myers
absolutely delusional. Yeah. I don't know. I've not seen him comment again. He didn't respond to me.
What do we call the murder of my father? Was that not a provocation? Was that not a...
I can't see it now.
Arasaka, an empire built to last. Before Yorinobu set fire to it from the inside. All of this began with him. The factions, power struggles, all of this. Ksa.
Yeah, I can't find it.
Outside of Night City, the aircraft's thrusters were deactivated by sudden E-energy discharge.
Why'd Saburo tolerate it all? Can't get my head around it. Could've kept his son on a short leash.
Arasaka-sama was a strong and disciplined man. The strongest man I have
Thomas,
ever
hello!
known.
Finally caught you live. Love your work. Thanks, I appreciate it.
He showed a weakness.
Is 3060 Ti enough for 10 years?
For his daughter. When Yorinobu formed his band of hounds, declared
at 1080p
on his own family.
I mean, probably not. If you're trying to play a brand new game in 10 years
Yet he did not,
on a 3060 Ti, will it be at 60? I doubt it.
His daughter to suffer. When Yorinobu returned, his tail between his legs, she persuaded her father to give him a second chance. Do you understand? Hanako-sama saved Yorinobu from the consequences of his deeds.
Feels like that's about to change.
I mean, you can make anything, you know, if you're using, if you put everything to low and you're using like DLSS Ultra Performance, like, yeah, you can probably make it work on, you know, there's always ways to make things work, but I've got no idea what types of games we're going to get in 10 years.
Why not?
Let us go from here.
But you know, if you're just playing older games, then yeah, it'd probably be alright. You could make it work with DLSS and stuff. At 1080p or even lower the res, but we might not even... We might be, you know, plugged into an AI machine in 10 years, who knows? We might not even have computers anymore, we might be plugged into AI, sat in a chair with goggles on, and that's how we game. You know, then you're not going to need a 3060 Ti. Oh, not this mission.
We must just climb up here. Now, this way. Fortune smiles to us. It seems no one is here today.
So I think we walk to the top of this thing, it starts raining, and then we have to attack that compound. After we do this bit, I'll check out 1440p. Should, at least with these settings, get pretty consistently over 60
I
at
would call
1440p.
this a beautiful view of the city.
If
We get a pretty nice view
there was
of the city
anything
up
to
here as well.
hate Night City that much.
Perhaps I am simply homesick, as you say. Now, you must look for vulnerabilities, weaknesses, while I try to think of a diversion. Arasaka cannot discover our intentions. A bit of sabotage is just
I'm not
what
answering.
we need to
I'm not
divert
answering
their
you.
attention.
I don't see the question.
You will have the best view on the left. I will try here. This old scope should be good for something. Shall we begin?
Let's do this.
There's no time to waste, V.
Footbridge, but it's guarded.
We will use it to enter if there's no other way.
Transformer by the wall. See it?
We should use it to step up.
I ask you that, are you present playing on 4K 60 FPS preset? I'm at 4K, but no, I'm not. We're at 53 FPS here. It's in the top left.
Antenna. Security hub's liable to be in that building.
I'm not sure what you mean by 4K 60 FPS preset. There's no such thing. A 60 FPS preset. I assume maybe you mean like ray tracing overdrive. I've got that on, but I've got DLSS quality on.
Perfect for sabotage.
So I think normally the preset is just set to auto. If that's what you mean. Is that what you mean, ray tracing overdrive preset?
Camouflage turrets by the gate.
A last resort. I do not wish to die there. This is not bad.
Trucks drive up regularly.
Are we to hijack one?
Yeah, with auto you can get 60, yeah.
Do you see the 3 antennas? Perfect for sabotage. Once they lose communications.
So, we going in?
Is this what you said before entering Konpeki Plaza? I wish to be certain we have not overlooked anything. We should wait and observe. If nothing out of the ordinary happens, then yes, we go in.
Sounds sensible. Better get comfy.
4900K 7950X. I think if they've fixed all the cores issues on that CPU, which I think they have, I'd probably get that. I was going to get a 7950X 3D, but they had all that core parking issues, and I just couldn't be bothered with it.
Do you see it? That cat?
Fine-looking feline. Thought they'd all disappeared from the city.
It is the first animal I see in Night City, except cockroaches, of course.
First it was birds, then dogs. Cats actually put up a fight longest.
Perhaps it is a Bakeneko.
Chill, just a cat.
Perhaps. Perhaps not.
Cat with no fur.
My grandmother knew many stories about Kitsune, Kappa, Bakeneko too.
Miss home?
A foolish question. I am from the slums of Chiba 11. Once when I was desperate to live there, Bad memories washed away by time. I long only for the simple days of childhood.
Is this 4K? Yeah.
What was it like growing up in Chiba?
4K with obviously DLSS set to auto though. So we're not rendering at 4K.
Where we boys washed our shirts. Corporate transporters sometimes passed through our slum. Arasaka selecting children, but only the clean ones.
What did they need kids for?
To be corporate soldiers. When they chose me, I felt I had won the lottery. In the army, I was given everything I lacked before.
Skip.
All you had to do in return was kill Saburo's enemies.
I sense that you judge me, and yet you have no right to. Unlike you and your friend Mr. Wells, I was not arrogant. I did not take the easy path.
Slaving away for a corp. Not exactly everybody's dream.
Oh yes, because thieving is so much more honorable.
At least I'm not fleecing this planet and its people in the name of profit margins.
Corporations need capital and resources to keep all in order. Who else is to rule?
It's weaker in gaming than the 7800X 3D.
The masses?
Yeah, but he said content creation, didn't he?
Cynics, nihilists, like you.
Come on, not everybody wants to change the world.
I think, like, as an overall thing, I'd probably prefer the calls and stuff on the 7950X 3D if I was doing all content creation stuff as well.
Tired of bickering. Let's just drop it.
Sometimes I wish to become a nomad, to leave this world, forget everything.
Never too late to change.
Like, if he's ever editing video and stuff, that'd probably help.
What is your expression? One cannot teach an old dog new tricks. Do you know what I think?
What's that?
That day in Konpeki, we both have lost someone important. And we are not at peace with this. So we seek conflict, argue eagerly.
Don't be smart. Got no idea what I feel.
It is the duty of the living to atone for the dead. Hanako-sama shall aid us in our mission.
Or she'll make sure we die for good.
The Bakaneko got sick of us, looks like.
It will find its own way.
13% CPU usage. Yeah, we're at 4K, so...
As will we.
Don't use that much CPU at 4K.
I think it is time to do something,
Oh, fuck, getting worse.
You do not look so bad.
Only issue we have is the fluctuating GPU usage, but it's an issue between frame generation and ray reconstruction, so... Switch ray reconstruction off, you'd be back up to 99%. Oh, his head just disappeared.
The divergent reaction. That is.
This is when I've got to get in there, isn't it? Right, so... Oh my god. We'll check out 1440p. Game's crashed. No! It did the same crashing stuff last time, didn't it? Do you remember? Alright, let me just reboot. Doesn't seem to be doing it as much as last time, but whenever I go into the map, or the menu, it just crashes. Sorry to everyone on here, you've been drinking and have seen some strange things. Yeah, you have. I don't think anyone really understands what you're saying. Does that happen with other cards as well? Yeah, it happens on every single card I've ever tested this game on. It's a game thing. It also happens more if you're not in full screen as well. It happens more if you've got frame generation on, and it also happens if you're not in full screen.
Hey, everyone.
But I think it's exacerbated just because whenever I'm playing the game, I change the settings loads without restarting, and that causes games to crash sometimes. So like, I do a lot of changing the settings without restarting it, and it can break it. So we're around about, well, we're like 60 FPS here with quality on. Try at 1440p. You just got a Founders Edition. It looks nice, yeah. You had stock, did you? Because it seemed to sell out straight away here. Down here we're getting about 50. About 50 FPS right here. So we check out 1440p. It's going to make the overlay a little bit bigger, but should be over 60 at least. Oh, look at that, over 100. So easily doable at 1440p. We'll check out native as well. Probably is even actually at 60 at native. We'll see in a sec. What's the best way to get into here? I didn't mean to do that. Wasn't there a way in somewhere? Think I can get on that roof? Hijack one of the vans? What, and just drive in? Could be the new nvidia driver. What, in the game crashing? No, it's happened to me for like a year. I don't get it with other games, it's only this game. Is it one of these vans? Like, I've had crashing and stuff on this game for as long as I can remember. I definitely do think something happened with frame generation, like you say, though. Frame generation, for me, just feels really, like, really bad latency on this game. For some reason, like, as of recent. I didn't notice it so much in other games, but on this game, the frame generation latency feels really bad. It never felt this bad for me before. Can I just drive in here? The answer to that is no. Aren't we in a spot of bother?
On site.
Yes, I heard. You are to be quiet.
Things didn't go exactly as planned.
I will try to distract them. You run to the front.
Get the flaming pistol out. Did you check all driver updates for nvidia? What do you mean? Yeah, I've got the latest drivers, of course, obviously. Maybe it would improve performance after update. I've got the latest drivers. I've got them. I have the latest drivers every time. Been like it for like maybe 3 months. Yeah, I didn't notice it. What other games did you notice it in? I've only noticed it in this game. Tried frame generation in a couple of other games, but it didn't feel as bad. How do I keep on top of driver releases? Well, what with nvidia? I mean, I have GeForce Experience. It tells me when there's a new driver. If you have GeForce Experience, it tells you. You can get it to even notify you on Windows. And when I switch GPUs, I have to DDU drivers every time, so I just look up the latest drivers every time. Otherwise, because I wipe them every time, so I've always got the latest ones.
Kill or be killed.
No. You prefer FSR3 frame generation? In terms of what? What specifically do you prefer about it? They're pretty much the same, in my opinion. The only issue I have with FSR3 frame generation is they haven't fixed the really, really stuttery frame time. So like, if you look at a frame time graph with FSR3 frame generation on, it is incredibly stuttery. It's like up and down like crazy. They did improve it a little bit in Avatar. It was really bad in Forspoken. It got a bit better in Avatar, but it's still really bad. Like, Nvidia's frame generation doesn't do that. So like, for example, if you're at 100 FPS with FSR3 frame generation, but you've got a frame time like that, it might not feel like 100. That's the only issue. I'm not sure what's causing that, but in all 3 games, it's been like that we've seen. For some reason. So hopefully they fix that.
You are an easy target when you step out. Even I see you now.
So pretty much holding above this 100 FPS as well, which is good. About 11 gigs of VRAM. Power's down a little bit. You're on a 2070, so I don't... Oh, okay, so you haven't actually even tried NVIDIA frame generation. Oh, right. Well, yeah, I mean, that's probably the only difference. I think FSR 3 frame generation gets slightly higher FPS, but then the other biggest difference is that frame time thing. It's very, very choppy on FSR 3. But we've only had it in 3 games, so... Officially. It's only officially in 3 games.
Okay, I'm in. Find the largest floor.
Oh my god.
It could be an ordinary terminal. Gotcha. How's things at your end?
No, this is 1440p right now. DLSS quality frame generation, yeah, path tracing.
Very well. I am ready. When you finish, I'll make the system sync.
Oh my god, they're in. Dude. I'm getting hacked, so I don't think I can shoot. Stopped all stutter. No, I'm not talking about stutter, I'm talking about that frame time. The frame time with FSR 3 frame generation isn't smooth. It's not. There's nothing you can do on Windows to stop that. It's a fundamental thing with FSR 3. If you check one of my FSR 3 videos, you'll see it. It's the same in all 3 games. Like, it's an actual thing with FSR 3. It's not. There's nothing you can do on Windows to stop that. So I'll try 1440p native with path tracing as well. Obviously, this is a lot more suitable. So we had frame generation and stuff on. If I switch those both off, switch upscaling off. So we've got 1440p with everything maxed out path tracing, and see if we can get 60. Oh, look at that. Shall we? I'm not going to be able to save it though, am I? I would want to reboot because sometimes this doesn't take effect. Because that's over 3 times.
Clear the area.
I suppose we do see that going from frame generation to native. Let me see if I can do this mission at 30 FPS. I can't even see, there's so many guys.
I'll blow you to pieces.
Can't even see him. The high frame time spikes is auto-save. It is, yeah. No, I was talking about frame generation. FSR 3 in a different game. What is this hacking me?
Not bad, I dare say. I'll blow you to pieces.
There are so many guys in there.
Got it.
Do you think they're going to attack me whilst I'm doing this? Quick.
Okay. Clothes ours to do with as we please. We can fly to Tokyo if you want.
Haha, I just may do that. Good work. Now it is my turn. Can you see? Terrible chaos. Even the roof is slowly. Me, the roof. That is your will. There are buildings around. Smaller ones. Use them
What I'll
to
do
come
after this is I'll save it quick and try and reboot just to make sure, but that looks like probably our frame rate, 30 to 40. So if you're trying to run this at native with path tracing, you're going to have to do it at 1080p. I'm stuck.
Fucking worked.
Excellent work, B.
Okay, what now?
Now we retreat into the shadows and arm ourselves with patience. I will contact you before the parade. Until then, try not to get into any more trouble.
The parade.
As if I wasn't in enough already.
Do with seeing that. Let me just quickly reboot the just loading from the menu. 4080 Super is the same card. Yeah, within like 2 or 3 FPS, at least in this, is very similar, but obviously just quite significantly. Like you're looking at, obviously depending on your country, but you can get a 4080 Super here for like 950. That's like £300 cheaper than what I got my 4080 for. And even still, I saw some 4080s earlier going for 1,100, so it'd be silly to buy a 4080 if you were in the market for one. You'd just get the Super instead. What was I doing? Continue. Well, switch ray tracing off as well. Obviously, she should be fine though.
Say, did y'all lose power yesterday too?
We could try maybe just normal ray tracing. So yeah, looking at like a 30 to 40 still. It's obviously nicer than, what did we have? We had 15 FPS at 4K with these settings, so it's better than that. How bad's the delay? It at 1440p like this is fine. But I don't have frame generation on right now. I like the umbrella.
All units in Santo Domingo, a crime has been reported. Roger, dispatch. Standing by for coordinates.
So I'm going to switch path tracing. I'll just have normal ray tracing. So still not quite breaking 60, just under. And this is obviously with just normal ray tracing, no path tracing. Oh no.
Suspect vehicle has been located. Details have been sent.
This car's too slow though. No! Has he seen me? Run! Oh no! I'm stuck! There's enemies right there. What is going on?
Coming out, shipper brain.
I need to get back to the, I want to get back to the city to check the frame rate. But yeah, just getting under 60. Game goes on, yo! It's annoying that I didn't unlock the... Oh, I did. We can get the motorbike. get that. Oh.
All nearby units, a new disturbance has been reported.
Is it AI generated? It is, yeah. Would I consider a 4080 Super an upgrade to something like a 3080? It is an upgrade, yeah. Like, would I do the upgrade though? I'd probably wait. Like, at this point, I'd wait for like the next gen of cards personally. But it would be an upgrade, yeah. You would see like a pretty significant increase in FPS. You'd obviously get frame generation as well, but I'd probably just wait now. We're likely going to get, well, we're definitely getting a new GPUs in 2025, maybe even as early as end of this year, so. Looks pretty good, thanks. At first I thought you made... No. I'm not... I can't do stuff like that. Have I prioritized P cores? Right now it's on auto. I've tried it. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't make any difference. If anything, it actually made it worse because I went into... I went into photo mode and it just caused this crazy stuttering. Auto save frame time spike. Yeah, it's auto save, yeah. But my game keeps crashing, so I can't switch auto save off. Or it occasionally crashes. I need it to save. So still holding up fairly good FPS here with even just normal ray tracing on. Obviously if we completely switch ray tracing off altogether at 1440p, should get some pretty nice frames. Alexandru, yo! Guys, make sure to drop a like on the stream as well. See if we can hit 100 likes. How far off are we? 27. Not that far off. Might be able to hit it. I'll check out 1080p as well in a minute. Native half tracing, I think that's going to be probably the only way you'll be able to do 60 FPS. But you can definitely make it work. Whichever which way. And then I do want to do that mission. Should we do 1080p now? It might break my stream. Let me remember how do I... If I go 1080p, it might break my stream. Hang on. Did it break it? No, I think it's alright. So, you know, over 150 FPS. Personally, do I normally do gen-on-gen upgrades or do I skip generation? Well, I pretty much buy loads of GPUs for the channel. So, I don't really have a personal thing anymore. I have quite a few GPUs, so I can pretty much pick and choose whatever I'm using. I obviously try and get as much of the new stuff as I can, so I don't really... if I try and if I took the channel out of it, I'd probably, for me personally, I'd probably get, it would depend, like, I'd probably I'd have got a 3090, then I'd have got a 4090, and I'd probably get a 5090. If I could afford it, I would. That's what I'd do. But to be honest, I don't really play games like that much personally anymore. Like very occasionally. It's hard to say really, because obviously I do. If I'm not working, I'm doing the channel, so I just have very little time. Like, would I game more if I didn't do any of that? Like, maybe. But I'd probably play more single-player stuff. Like, it'd be good to... I'd want to play in 4K, because I've got a 4K monitor. So, I'd need something fairly powerful. I'm going to... Let's switch path tracing and stuff back on at 1080p and see if we can break 60. Still can't. That's crazy. I mean, almost. I can't get knocked off this bike. So I still can't, even with path tracing on. That's how hard it is to do path tracing. 50% of 4900K, yes, because I'm at 1080p. Lower resolutions are more CPU bound, so... So yeah, still can't even break that there. Obviously a bit better than 1440p, but not crazy. Not a crazy improvement. And then obviously if we switch DLSS and stuff back on as well, should get pretty nice frames. How does 1080p look? It looks okay. It would look obviously better on a native 1080p monitor, but it doesn't look terrible. .150 FPS there. Oh, I'm off. Handling's not that great on that. I just want like a sports car or something. Give me a sports car. That's a police car, there's a sports car. No! No!
You should be ashamed!
What is going on? I caused that. This is how bugged this game is. Look at this car. Oh no. Wait, what?
All units in the area, disorderly.
He drove into me.
331 responding. On my way, dispatch. But only because I like you. Suspect has disappeared.
There's no way. He drove into me.
Continue searching the area. Suspect's vehicle
That's not fair.
located. Details have been sent.
At least we've got a faster car now. It's more zoomed in, yes, because I'm at 1080p.
Resume normal duties.
And you're really seeing that ray reconstruction now. In the distance on the image, like look at that moving car, you see? Yeah. I'm going to switch back to 4K, maybe do a mission or two. So we've seen pretty much most of the settings, really. Is this going to break my stream? This might make the stream break. Sometimes it does, because my capture card is 4K, so it sometimes breaks it. Let's put it to balanced, so we can kind of roughly get about 60. And we can maybe run through that mission. Oh, I'll tell you what, it looks so much better at 4K. Let me just save the game and quickly just load it back in after changing all those settings. $3080 yeah, I mean that's tough, that is, but yeah, I mean, you'd obviously see an improvement there, but if you can make it work until the end of the year, like I would, because there's obviously going to be better options when the next GPUs come out, potentially.
Yeah, when the lights went out there, I was
you know,
cooking dinner.
and you might regret buying the card now, and then in end of this year you might think, oh, I wish I could get that now. Where's that mission? Pursue other leads. I was hoping that mission would be ready. Ah! I just drove out in front of me. What is this mission? This looks sketchy. Oh, it's this guy again, is it?
They traverse the Badlands in trucks, yes, but when the full moon rises, they
Test
remove
8K. I'm on my 4K monitor.
And what hides underneath, you ask? Reptilians?
There'd be no point. There'd be no point testing 8K on this anyway.
But werewolves. At sunset, they strip off their clothes.
Even my 4090 can't do path tracing on this at 8K.
To an animalistic ecstasy.
It's like 5 FPS.
Once they've transformed into the fanged beasts, they set off on the hunt, hungry for human flesh. Dozens of miles they cover in the darkness, with ferocious speed, like arrows in the night.
I don't know. Doesn't add up. If they can move like that, why all the trucks and bikes?
When the moon shines full, I said. Only 3 nights a month. During their orgies of blood, they devour all in the area. In the day, they must drive
8K low settings. Well, I can't anyway. I'm on my 4K monitor.
And the cause behind these monstrous horrors? Years ago, a ship from Alpha Centauri crash-landed in the Badlands. Legend tells that it carried a substance highly sought after by the vampire elite in Arasaka. It could transform Saburo's enemies into werewolves, leashed and bound to his will. But the crash
You got a problem with nomads, freak? Better shut your fat fucking mouth before I put you 6 feet under.
You can break my bones, But you cannot stop the pursuit of truth!
He's gonna get smacked.
Hey, hands off my spiritual leader. But seriously, he's harmless. He's just got a few wires crossed. Leave him alone.
You know how many half-brained gunks are gonna believe the shit he's spitting? I refuse to hear about nomad cannibals one more time.
Come on, I mean, it's a little funny.
Guess you...
Wait, what? Come on, then. Wait, what?
I'm out. Hands where I can see them.
This guy's just shooting him. What the hell? Protect me!
Close call. Thank you.
Who's shooting me now?
The truth cannot be silenced. Ever.
No problem. I mean, who's gonna
Bouncer,
tell me
get
how
him.
we faked
Get him.
Mars landing if I let him knock your teeth out?
I'm getting out of here. Police are here.
A little help here!
Oh. This has not gone well, has it?
Run! Run!
Let me lose the police. Can I hide out in here? Oh, I lost the cops. Dude, the bouncer's having a shootout with the cops. No! Not the bouncer.
Honestly, I couldn't come up with a more batshit conspiracy theory if I tried. Vampires from Alpha Centauri? Seriously.
If you heard what I have, you'd know the world is not
Doggtown.
as simple as it appears. But what can I do? No one.
What is that? Is that in the southern bit?
You know, if you had any kind of real evidence of this grand cosmic plot...
I do!
Oh, check out
Tonight,
Jig Street
they're
here.
meeting
Is
at an
that
old factory
here?
in Kabuki to
Is it further down there?
exchange Something important. Observe.
I think I know roughly where it
Seize
is.
this
That's
item,
normally the
this
hardest
Alpha
area.
Centauri artifact. You'll see I was right from the beginning.
Okay, I'll see what I can do. Thanks for the tip, I think.
You mustn't intervene too soon or too late. All could be lost. The fate of humanity rests upon your shoulders. Don't let us down. Do not let me down.
No pressure, got it.
I think, are we near there? It's here. We check that out. Why don't I leave the car? There it is. Oh, it's the DLC place. I do have the DLC, yeah. I don't know how it works with this. I don't know how it works with this save, though. I loaded up an older save so I could play some of the missions. Like, if I load up an older save, which this is, can I also access that area? So this area here is always quite hard to run. We're definitely going to get dips under 60 here with DLSS balanced on. Still quite fairly close though.
You asshole! You dirt-eating, no-good bastard son of a bitch! Down right there!
What? Oh! Hey! Honey!
Hey, honey!
It should work, you just need to call. I think I had a, yeah, I think I already did it. I'll go there. I always thought this bit here looked really cool as well. The light. And there's a market down here, isn't there? Yeah, there's a market down this bit. I always thought these areas with path tracing on always looked really cool. Like here when you're kind of just looking around. Always like the atmosphere of it. Where you can see like all the smoke here. And just like when you look here, it just looks really cool.
Hey!
I'll grab the car and go Doggtown. Game FM, hello, it's MSI. MSI Gaming X Slim. The best bit in that Doggtown is the Pyramid Club with the light. That always looked really good. Around that area. At night as well, especially. In fact, because we're going to have to do the mission, aren't we, and stuff, if I... I'm thinking if I load up one of these saves, I have it all unlocked and I can just drive around. Whereas in that save, I'm going to have to do the missions and stuff just to get there, if you see what I mean.
In a tight spot, don't turn to gang.
We'll see. So there's, yeah, I think I can just get in there, go in there. Oh, I see it. You see the light? I can see it already. Gone the wrong way. This map is always throwing me off. Can we get back around? Oh, dude, where am I going? This is a dead end. Not anymore. Wait, what? I thought I nailed that. Alright, back on track. It's a police car though. You want to buy this card? Nice.
All units in the area, order has been restored. All units instructed to return to patrol.
Right, I'm almost there. I'll go through the little checkpoint. So yeah, I always thought this bit around here always looked really nice. Like the light coming off that. And off of this as well. I don't know if you get a better view of the pyramid though from up on the hill. Check it out inside first. I like that car. Vibes.
What you looking at, huh?
Could use a drink.
What was she so aggressive?
Appreciate it. Thanks.
Down eat.
A lot of hustle around. Got big guests in from the city.
Mm-hmm. Almost every day. We get all kinds of traffic in here from peeps looking to settle their biz in peace and quiet. Not many sides us can offer that.
What resolution? 4K. What's that first option? Is there? Oh, that's just stuff to buy. Just gonna pinch this car. Upscaling, DLSS balanced. Got DLSS balanced, frame generation, path tracing, everything maxed out. There it is. Oh god. Trying to get a nice view.
Open car door, fucker.
Ah, look at that. Can you go up to the top of the... Wasn't there the club? Was it at the top of that one? I can't remember. There's a club somewhere. Heard it's the same as a 4080. It's fairly similar, but it's like £200 to £300 cheaper, so it's better in that aspect. Very similar performance, but way cheaper, so. I think, was it that building with the club? I can't remember. I think it was. Should I maybe grab this thing up here? Oh wow, you can actually kind of see in there. Rear naked choke. This is game over for me. Run. Frame generation's on right now, yeah. Yeah, these are the settings. DLSS balance, frame generation on, ray reconstruction on, path tracing on, and then everything else maxed. Well, the ray tracing overdrive preset, but just with DLSS balanced, basically.
Someone's nearby. Oh! Out of the way! Grenade!
Whoa.
Oh! The side, fuckers! Flank! Ugh! Oh!
What's my third gun?
Oh. Everything's going to shit.
The XTX with fluid motion frames is way faster FPS than this with ray tracing on. No, it's not. Not at 4K with path tracing on. We've got path tracing on right now. I've tested it myself, and I can categorically tell you the XTX doesn't do more frames than this with these settings. Ray tracing maybe, but I'm not. I'm using path tracing here. Ray tracing is easier to run. How does the latency feel? It feels fine with these settings. Like, overall AMD cards with ray tracing or path tracing are going to perform significantly worse. Like, I did a video of my XTX in fluid motion frames. I couldn't even run path tracing on that. I could only run ray tracing, and even then, to get any decent frames, I had to drop ray tracing to, like, normal preset. It would, an XTX here would be doing without fluid motion frames, it'd be doing like 5 FPS at 4K. With fluid motion frames, probably add maybe 20 or 30 FPS to that. But the issue with fluid motion frames is as soon as you move, you just drop frames. It's designed in the way that if you have high movement, you just lose FPS. We will eventually get FSR 3 in this game. That'll make it a lot better, but until then, we have to wait. I'm personally not a massive fan of fluid motion frames. I'd rather they just added FSR 3 to the game. Whoops.
Got a report of someone breaking the rules. Transferring coordinates.
No, not police. XTX is okay for like ray tracing. Yeah, exactly. That's why. So you can do it, but you have to turn ray tracing down. You can't have it at like ultra. And then path tracing, just forget about it. Like, don't even bother running path tracing on AMD cards right now. It's not worth it at all.
Target's gone dark. Keep your eyes peeled. This ain't over.
What's the difference FPS-wise between a ray tracing and path tracing between... yeah, I mean, at raster, it's XTX, I think, just ever so slightly better, but with ray tracing, it's a huge gap.
That's it. Return to base.
If I was running... The thing is you can't really... You can't compare like for like, because obviously we can use frame generation on this, and we can't use FSR 3, so it's kind of hard to gauge like for like. If I was running this natively on this right now, it's 15 FPS. On my XTX, that's probably like 2 or 3 FPS, if that's any metric to go by. It'd be less than 5 on my XTX. If you was trying to do it at native 4K. So there's a big gap in terms of that. That's path tracing. With ray tracing, it's just going to be like another added 20. Like this was doing 25 to 30 FPS, where the XTX probably is more like 10 FPS. So it's like, you know, you're probably looking at maybe 3 times. It does this a 4080 will do probably like 3 times the performance of the XTX with ray tracing in this game anyway. It's always going to vary between game and whether you're using path tracing or ray tracing. But that's at native, so obviously as soon as you start using upscaling techniques and stuff, it's hard to compare because we don't have FSR 3 on this game. And I wouldn't want to compare it with fluid motion frames either, because even that's not really a fair test, because fluid motion frames is very like, I don't know, it's very up and down. If you don't care about ray tracing, then yeah, AMD card's fine. Can I try 1440p? We did actually already do 1440p, but I'm going to go in a minute, so I'll just try it quick. With path tracing on or off. Without frame generation, with path tracing on. Have I added Alan Wake 2 to the benchmarks? Yeah, I completed it. I did about... already did like 10 streams on Alan Wake 2, but we completed it. I will probably do a video or 2 on it. I'll try and do a 4070 Ti Super and 4080 Super on Alan Wake, but I won't stream it because I've completed it. There's no point streaming it again, probably.
Maybe residents know how to fall
I don't know if you wanted to see path tracing on or not. This is with path tracing on. DLSS quality 1440p without frame generation. So average 53. Pushing above 60 here. It's going to be some areas it probably does over 60, some areas it dips under. Yeah, I'll probably do Alan Wake 2, do a video or two. There's no point streaming it probably because I've completed it. If you overclock, yeah, it's very similar FPS to a 4080, yeah. The difference is the price though. This is significantly cheaper. So you get roughly the same performance, but you pay way less, so that's really the benefit here. If you already had a 4080, there's no point. There'd be no point upgrading, but if you didn't and you were in the market for one, you'd obviously get a 4080 Super because it's £200 to £300 cheaper for the same performance. You'd obviously do that. You know, it'd be the equivalent of saying, do you want a 4080 at like £950? Like, that's a way better deal. Way better deal than I bought my 4080 for like 1,250 or 1,000, close to 1,300 day one. I can get the same card now for like 950. But right, that's going to be it for me, guys. I need to head off. I've got some work and stuff to do. Test 1440p. I've literally just, that's what we were on. I've tested all of them. I've tested 4K, 1440p, 1080p, so you can rewind the stream, but we were just on 1440p right then. But yeah, I'm going to have to go. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I'll try and get some videos and stuff done on this as well. In various different games. I'm not sure. I don't know if I'll stream tomorrow or not. I'm not sure if I'm going to have time, but I'll catch you soon.